Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another live stream. Today is Saturday, February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day to all those that celebrate Valentine's Day. I know we are here. Got my wife some chocolate-covered strawberries today, yearly favorite. So happy Valentine's Day, everybody. What is happening? Do you ever get the feeling that you're being watched? I have video proof that is way too coincidental not to be something up. Dr. Schmalzen's first, yes. Berlinda, yes. I'm telling you, I have something that you guys are going to want to see. Absolutely. I also have something that the Earth and the Sun have in common. Just today, I've never seen this before, and I've been monitoring the Earth and the Sun for many, many years. Never seen what you're about to see in this video. I have some incredible video footage to share with you guys coming up. And like I said, one highly coincidental observation. Some people have caught some things on video here recently that aren't coincidental, I don't think, because it's happened in too many places, been noticed by too many people that don't know each other and have shared videos with me personally. And if they've shared videos with me, then I know other people have probably noticed the same thing. So it's probably going on a lot and we're just probably not aware of it. So we're going to talk about that here in just a moment. But real quick, we've been on this subject here and I've received more videos about this weird looking snow. You guys remember let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, I shared this video of the gentleman trying to understand what was up, and I'm just throwing this in here real casually. It's not even fitting in the frame, but yeah, he was out here doing an experiment with this snow that fell about 3 or 4 weeks ago across the eastern United States, but not limited to the United States. I have video footage here out of Germany. A gentleman over in Germany noticed the same weird stuff that's being left behind by the recent snowfall. Stefan out of Northeast Washington, this is where we're going to start. They're no strangers to snow up in Northeast Washington. This is something that he's never seen before. This doesn't look like mold. We talked about that.
It looks like spider webs or something.
And like he just said right there, he said it looks like spider webs. It doesn't look like mold, man. This stuff is really weird. As I've said before, I grew up in the snow. I never saw stuff like this after the snow melted. Absolutely not. So this was in northeastern Washington, and I know a lot of you guys you've lived most of your life in the snow. Some of you have never seen this. Those of you that have commented, I know there's a thing called snow mold. This isn't mold. It would be everywhere if it was, and it would look a little bit different. Going from northeastern Washington over to the eastern hemisphere, Germany. Other side of the world.
Knows this shit, but
check this out. Gentleman sent this in just yesterday by the name of Jacko P out of Germany. This segment has narration, and once again, he saw the same thing over on the other side of the earth. Check it out.
I did not have any spider webs here before the snow came.
And what he just said right there, in case you missed it, he said he did not have any spider webs here, what you're looking at in this area, before the snow came the other day. Now, obviously, it was a different snowstorm over in Germany. It wasn't the same one we had over here in the U.S., but nevertheless, he said he did not have spider webs here. These look like spider webs, but they're not. Here we go.
Okay, it was all the way up to here. See, I left back there, a lot of snow. But it's melting now, as you can see. And then now I see this shit left back. But there were no spider webs there before, though. It's crazy shit, but I don't know. Some weird shit.
Yeah.
But I know there were no spider webs there before the snow came.
No.
Because I'll be lighting my fire right here. There's the outside chimney, as you can see. Side of seeing spider webs right here on the ground. I just seen that shit, innit? So, just something new going on with the snow. I don't know.
And like he just said, there's something new going on with the snow. And there very well could be. It sure looks like it. Spider webs or some sort of a plastic spider web showing up after snow melts. And as you heard him say, he's never seen this before. And he's obviously no stranger to snow, but this is foreign to him. And you know what? It looks exactly like what people are seeing over here in the U.S. It sure does. And it's not just east of the Mississippi like we'd seen here recently. Most of the video footage that I've received was from Arkansas, Indiana, I want to say Pennsylvania, in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. this was way up in the Pacific Northwest. So it's all across the U.S. So there's definitely something that's changed with the snow. And I know a lot of you guys, hey, what's up, Graham? Good to see you here, buddy. Have no idea what elements are ejected from the sun with CMEs, how they interact with the atmosphere. I want to show you guys something just real quick. I mentioned this in a post yesterday, I believe it was. How the feature here on the Earth-facing side of the sun, that is a massive coronal hole. Coronal holes are openings in the sun's atmosphere that release high-speed solar wind, and sometimes that solar wind interacts with the Earth. This being an equatorial coronal hole, a breach in the sun's atmosphere, letting star power unimpeded come right off the surface of the sun. That's going to more than likely create a geomagnetic storm here on the Earth. Speaking of the Earth, do you see anything similar? What? Yeah, I just noticed that just about 25 minutes ago. Look at that. They have, coincidentally, they're sharing something in common. They have the same feature in their atmospheres today. You can't make this stuff up. Look at the big fish hook in the sun's atmosphere. Look at the big fish hook in the Earth's atmosphere. Coincidentally, the Earth's atmosphere feature is nearly 4,000 miles long. The feature in the sun's atmosphere is nearly 400,000 miles long. And just for side-by-side comparisons, here you go for your viewing pleasure. Bada bing, bada boom. You can't make this stuff up. These images were just taken today, less than an hour ago, at 20:09 Universal Time. This was taken from the SDO, and this is obviously a satellite image of planet Earth today. What are the odds? I've never seen that before. I just thought I'd throw that out there just for fun. And just for fun, here we go. Big halo out of Dunlap, California. Ray happened to notice not just the halo, he noticed these weird looking waves in front of the halo. Check this out. Just something cool, that's all. You guys are seeing stuff all the time, every day. And this is in 4K, by the way. I have it in vertical format. But you can see that's what he was noticing was those what look like waves up in the sky. Some sort of energy wave, some sort of pulsing going on. Maybe it's just wind that created that. But they're all very similar, and they're right in front of the halo. And he just happened to notice that over in Dunlap, California. Thank you, Ray. Great observation. Where are we going here? Oh, we're going to earthquakes. Did you guys know there was a 6.5? Just a few hours ago, it's been downgraded to a 6.4. Earthquake activity is increasing the closer we get to the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse. We're already in the planetary alignment. We've got Mars, Venus, Mercury, and the Earth with the main component, the sun. The sun's always the main component. But this right here is creating, or it's not necessarily creating per se, it's influencing earthquake activity on the Earth in conjunction with this big old massive coronal hole that's facing the Earth that's going to be interacting with the Earth very soon. That high-speed stream of solar wind should be arriving at the Earth here any minute. Look at the earthquake activity over here in South Carolina, Eastern Tennessee, northwestern North Carolina. They're not necessarily known for their earthquakes. Ottawa, southern Ottawa, at the northern tip of upstate New York. So earthquakes are showing up in diverse places, and they're going to show up in more diverse places as we move forward in time because the planets being in a unique planetary alignment with the eclipses coming up. And remember, the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse. You got the solar eclipse on the 17th in less than 3 days, basically. We got to be in Antarctica, though, to see it. Then the lunar eclipse on March 3rd. I'm going to bring that to you guys from Arizona, assuming that it's not cloudy. Today, there's a little bit of, well, there was a little bit of cloud activity out here around the mountains today, but it's gone. I was out and about earlier getting those chocolate-covered strawberries, and guess what I saw? I saw something hit the atmosphere. And left behind a trail of like a puff of smoke in the sky. I sure did. It was in the southern sky. It happened around 10:30-ish, 10:45 Arizona time. I don't know if it was a little meteorite, space debris, but something hit the atmosphere out here in Arizona around 10:45 a.m. and it left behind, like I said, a puff of smoke that disappeared over the course of about 2 minutes. It was too far away to get a video, but I did happen to see it. Looking at the GOES X-ray flux, not too much going on the last 72 hours, really. a small M-class solar flare, but that is subject to change as we have an active region and sunspots turning towards the Earth over here on the eastern limb of the sun. These two here, though, are pretty quiet. In fact, the solar flux, if you look over here at the homepage of the website, that's the total output of the sun, that's how they measure it in the solar flux. It's 114. So just for comparison purposes, that was up near 175 about 3 weeks ago. So it fluctuates, just as the name implies. Looking at today's feature photo, the big jumbo halo over here at the homepage of the website, Alex out of Bendigo, Australia. Big jumbo halo spotted in the sky above Australia. Want to show you guys something that was spotted in the daytime sky in 2 different locations. The first location was, let's see here, did I put Kentucky or Mississippi first? Okay. Nelwyn out of Mississippi looked up and saw this. This ties into what I'm about to share with you with regard to, is something watching us? It sure seems like it. So let's just put it that way. This thing here seems to be like patrolling the skies. That's one that was observed in Mississippi just a couple days ago. Wasn't an airplane, wasn't a helicopter. It's too big to be a hobby drone. I mean, that's pretty good size. But it's just quietly cruising through the daytime sky. It wasn't trying to hide. Like I said, didn't make any noise. Same object in Kentucky just a few hours prior to the observation in Mississippi. It's the same exact thing. Same exact altitude, or at least it appears to be. Moving at along the same approximate speed. Again, not making any sound, not trying to hide. Moving too fast to be a blimp. However, it kind of looks like a blimp, or a small blimp. Side by side, here you go. Mississippi and Kentucky. That's the same object. So what's it doing? Is it like monitoring people? What's it doing? I mean, what purpose is this serving? Just to be cruising through the sky. And again, it's not trying to hide. However, this one here that you're about to see, it wasn't necessarily trying to hide, but this has been spotted now in 3 different places. Chino Hills, California. Check this out. This big O object hovering in the nighttime sky by Andrew. Check it out. Not trying to hide, but that thing is massive. Was massive. And I've got something to share with you guys that is truly massive. I'm going to take you there here in a couple days. Man, this thing is wild. I'm still working on it, but this is wild too. What is this thing doing in the hills of Chino Hills? Just kind of lurking above the hill line right there. Maybe it's going in there to land somewhere. I mean, it's pretty big. I don't think there's an airport up there in the hills. What is that thing doing? Here's another witness, another location. Leslie, unknown large flying object. Is that the same thing? It sure is. That is the same exact object. How does it do that? Just sit in the sky. I don't know anything that just sits in the sky other than like a hot air balloon. And then that's always in a constant state of motion unless it's anchored. What is that thing? Check it out, man. That's the same object that we just saw. Let me pause it, back it up. There it is. It's the same thing. Just a different night. Could be the same location. I don't know. I'm waiting to hear back from Leslie. She didn't share the location, and that's okay. Sometimes people forget to put their location. Maybe they don't want to. Either way is fine, but it does help with the video presentation. Doesn't necessarily look like Chino Hills, but it could be. I don't see the hills of Chino in this video, but I do see some trees. It was taken at night, but I can guarantee that that is 99.9% the same object. I'm that confident. Hey, there's a super chat. Thank you, Jenny Lynn Artist. Happy Valentine's Day. I set a goal today. I was just messing around. I had 5 super chats for the goal today because I was told I should put a goal in there. Thank you, Jenny. 4 left. 4 to go. We're 4 away from the goal. But anyway, this is the same object that was spotted above Chino Hills. I'm sure of it. What is it? What is this thing doing? I mean, if it's that big, why isn't it carrying people around? I mean, that could hold a lot of people, you know what I mean, Jenny? Absolutely it could. And it doesn't seem to be using like regular airplane fuel because it's too quiet. That's not a combustion type of an engine. What is that, man? That is some cool technology. But again, you have to ask yourself, and it's a very logical question. What is it doing? I mean, is it just watching the city? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, but that is one incredible piece of technology. And I'm going to show you guys something here coming up. I'm still working on it. This location was shared with me by Tucker. Thank you, Tucker. If you're watching, thank you. I appreciate the email you shared with me, Tucker. Very, very cool. Here we're going to zoom in. Check it out. Nice and quiet, wasn't making any noise, but again, not necessarily trying to hide. Too big to hide. But I have found one, a great big one, that did find a place to hide. Yes, indeed. I mean, this thing is big, and it's very impressive. You guys are gonna really appreciate that. That's coming up. At least you'll appreciate the size of this thing. It's big, and it's obvious, and it was built, what I'm about to show you, by intelligent creatures. Absolutely. It's very, very symmetrical. Hey, there, I see some blue over there. C. Gilmore. Thank you, C. Gilmore. Appreciate that. Okay, going from, where'd my mouse go? There we go. Back it up just a little bit. Going from Chino Hills, here we go. Austin, Texas. Check it out. Same thing? What? Over in Austin, Texas, video by Laura. Look, there it is. About the same altitude. The noise you hear is I believe it's a traffic on a freeway. We're going to zoom in, look at this thing in a little bit different format. Are you serious right now? That's the same thing, guys. What is this thing doing? Just sitting. How does something just sit in the sky? Come on, man. Look at that baby. That's a jewel right there. Just sitting in the sky above a densely populated area. What could it possibly be doing? You know, one night about 5 months ago, I saw a white, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I saw it dip through the clouds at a very high rate of speed. A white, only thing I can describe it as is a white taco chip. It was thick, though. It wasn't thin like a taco chip would be, but it was a triangle. And it went darting through the clouds right out here in Arizona, not far from where we live. And it had a bluish stripe on the side of it. And I mean, it was moving fast, and it had no lights. So this technology, whatever it is, doesn't surprise me because of the things that I've seen personally, and I wasn't looking for it. We were just sitting out back observing the nighttime sky. We had stars directly above us. We had an opening in the night sky. Off to the west and off to the north and east, we had a little bit of cloud cover. And noticed that what looked like a taco chip dart through the clouds off to the west. That's where I saw it. And if I hadn't been looking in that direction, I wouldn't have seen it. It was moving way too fast, and it kind of blended in with the cloud cover. Yes, but it went through the clouds. It went between two sets of clouds, and it revealed itself just temporarily, long enough to see and get a basic identifier of the shape, and that was it. And it was gone. Had no lights. Don't know what it was doing either. But this here is very, very cool. Great job, guys. You are wide awake and on the ball. You do not miss a trick. Thanks for sharing. I really appreciate that. Yeah, that was in the Los Angeles area. You are correct. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, there's the big feature on. There it is right there. That baby right there is nearly 4,000 miles. Isn't that wild? Hey, Mr. Graham, what's up? Are these locations connected? Magnetic field lines or ley lines? Yeah, I've been studying those ley lines. Well, I've studied them a long time ago. They're following the shift and movement of both magnetic poles. Good question, Graham. I don't think so, but that's a great question. Here's another look. Look at that. 400,000 miles long, 4,000 miles long. Say, what? Yeah, it's real. Nobody's making this. Isn't AI. This is me doing this. This is not AI, okay? Look at that. How about that? You want a 4,000 mile long fish hook? Or would you prefer a 400,000 mile long fish hook? Sprinkled with high speed solar wind. How about that? One more time. Isn't that wild? Can't make this stuff up, man. You don't have to. Just look around. Eventually the stuff reveals itself and you're like, oh wow, isn't that cool? There it is right there, spanning from basically the Eastern Caribbean all the way up to our friend Graham. Graham, you're on the north end of this feature, and it extends all the way down to the Virgin Islands. How about that? Bring it on. My friend Iago down in Brazil, we're still looking at the various satellites. We're actually going through old feeds, Iago. We're going through old satellite feeds. We're going to find these anomalies down here above the South Atlantic anomaly. We're working on it. We certainly are. We're working late on that. Looking at the Earth-facing side of the sun again. All quiet for the time being, but that is always subject to change at any time. All right, guys, listen. It's been a pleasure. Scale the hole in the sun to the cloud. Does it match? The cloud one is approximately 4,000 miles. And here's a side-by-side. Isn't that weird? Can't make this stuff up, man. This one over here is basically what? A fraction of what this one is. This one's 400,000 miles approximately. The one over here above the Earth, extending from Scotland all the way down to the Virgin Islands, it's 4,000 miles long, approximately. You know what I mean? 4,000 approximate, 400,000 approximate. And they're at the same angle. Look at that. Same general angle, spanning from the southern hemisphere up into the northern hemisphere. Same thing, same situation. Yeah. Isn't that wild? You can't make this stuff up, man. No. Pretty wild. And I don't know that this has anything to do. Let's see, Graham, that's a good question. Okay, we've got the South Atlantic anomaly, which is right down. Let's see. I don't think they go, but that's a great question, Graham. Good observation. You're very bright. Okay, the South Atlantic anomaly, which would be here, it would be going the opposite direction. South Atlantic anomaly goes from, well, that looks like it went splat. Hey there, pole hugger music. Thank you. That's 3 of 5. Oh my gosh. We've almost got the goal. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Yeah, the South Atlantic anomaly goes from Ecuador, right in this area here, all the way down to South Africa. So it's primarily situated at the equator and below the equator. This little unit right here is primarily above the equator, and the sun is a little bit below the equator, the sun's equator and above. So it's spanning 2 hemispheres, the southern, good grief. It's spanning the southern and northern, it's spanning the eastern and western. It's big. It is very big. And this one here is big too, but it's just not as big. I don't think it dips below the equator. No. It's all northern hemisphere, but again, spanning nearly 4,000 miles as one cohesive structure in the sky. From Scotland to the Caribbean almost, the Eastern Caribbean, the Virgin Islands. Make that make sense, man. You know, I've seen some odd features on the surface of the sun with regard to coronal holes over the years, but I've never seen it where there were 2 similar, one on the Earth and one on the sun. That's wild. That's pretty wild. Gotta admit, that's pretty wild. Well, listen, guys, I want to thank you guys for the super chats. We almost got our goal. My ears love it. There's a Star Family member. Make sure you like the video, guys, if you don't mind. It just sends the video out there a little bit farther, that's all. And we want to go out as far as we can. We'd like to see a million people on there. Hey, what's up, Tits from Ireland? Almost a boomerang. What's up, Brian? Yeah? Yeah, I'm going to show you guys something that looks like a boomerang here real soon, thanks to our friend Tucker. Thank you, Tucker, if you're watching. The cloud is a mirror of the position of the southern anomaly. True. It is, Graham, true. Southern anomaly's down here, so yeah, and it's almost, yeah, you're right. About the same size. If we had to measure from Ecuador, it'd probably be a little bigger. The South Atlantic anomaly is a little bigger. I think I have a, right here, I think. There it is, right there. Now, I don't know how up-to-date that is. Yeah, that's about right. But I think it's a little bigger. This is the South Atlantic anomaly here on this map. And then there's another one here. This is more accurate right here. And I actually think it's a little bigger, to be honest with you. It spans up into Ecuador. So I think now, it's always in kind of a state of flux too. You know, it's moving around a little bit. It's growing, getting bigger. Hey, thank you there, Mississippian. Appreciate that. Give you a big old thumbs up there. I think we might get this today. Are you serious? We're actually going to get it. Yay. Thank you, guys. Yeah, this one here spans a vast way. Eastern, Western Hemisphere. It's located in the Southern Hemisphere primarily, for now, but it does extend up to Ecuador. So let's measure that. I'm curious. Good observation, Graham. Let's see here, buddy. Good Lord, this is going to be a... Okay, Ecuador right here. Let's go. Wooski. 6,900 miles, which is what, 9,000 kilometers? 11,000 kilometers. So 11,000 kilometers, 6,900 miles. And then the feature up here, the fun feature in the Northern Hemisphere that's very similar to the fun feature in the atmosphere of the sun. Show you guys about how long this little unit is right here. 6,300 kilometers, ching, 3,920 miles. So approximately 4,000 miles, because that's in a constant state of flux too. It's probably grown now to 4,000 miles. Maybe it's shrunk a little bit, but you get the idea. It looks very similar to the fluctuating coronal hole in the sun's atmosphere. It's just pretty wild, that's all. It's not necessarily anything nefarious. We're waiting on the action up here at Mount Kilauea. It's been very, very quiet. So watch as we dive deeper into this planetary alignment, and once we go full-fledged, full eclipse with the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse, I wouldn't be surprised if the summit of Mount Kilauea did not start slinging lava here real soon. That's something that we keep a close eye on all the time. Look for earthquakes to increase here coming up. We did have a 6.4 down here. The activity's been down here in the Tonga, the Vanuatu area. There have been multiple sixes, 6.4 yesterday. It started out as 6.5, but it was downgraded by a factor 1/10 to 6.4, and it was shallow. Usually earthquakes down here are very, very deep on the super deep side. In fact, there was an earthquake down here the other day, about 4 days ago, that was 317 miles deep, over 500 kilometers. So that's deep. That one there being 10 kilometers, that's 6.2 miles deep. That was a shallow one. So we'll probably see an increase, guys, in earthquake activity. So just be ready, that's all. If they're big, hopefully they're in a place where there's no people. That's what we like, right? Right on. Well, listen, guys, thank you for the super chats. Almost hit our goal. Today's goal was 5. What's that, my years love it? I got a fever, and the only cure is cosmic light. All right, cool. Oh, there it is. Hey, Tracy, thank you. We got our goal today. Thank you, Tracy, T5Y. We got 5 super chats. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. That is super kind. I really do appreciate that. Way to go. Okay, so to recap, we've got more snow videos coming in. People are still noticing these weird plastic-like cobwebs all over the ground after the snow melted. Various large objects spotted in the sky. 3 different locations appear to be the same object. Doing what? Probably the same thing. I would assume. It appears to be about the same altitude too, not super high up in the sky like this one here, spotted in the daytime sky above Kentucky and Mississippi, cruising at about the same speed, at about the same altitude. What was it doing there? One out to lunch? Thank you, I'll give you a thumbs up there, appreciate that. Don't know, but probably doing the same thing that it was doing above Mississippi. I'm sure it was doing the same thing above Kentucky. Same exact object. And then once again, we got 2 giant, I don't know, fish hooks, sideways slanted J's in the atmosphere of the Earth and the sun right now as I do this video. Listen, guys, if you have any photos or videos you'd like to share, by all means, come over here to the homepage of the website, MrMBB333.com. Attach your photos and videos to this email right here, reports@MrMBB333.com. If for some reason the videos are too big and won't attach to the email, no problem, man. Come up here and click on this tab that says Have a Large Video. I'll click on it and show you what it is. It is a Dropbox. Drag and drop your videos into the Dropbox. I check that. That's the first thing I check every morning. So somewhere on the video or photo, you can send photos in here too. Put your name, date, and location. and I'll take it from there, my friends. Well, listen, thanks for the super chat. We hit our goal today. That is super, super cool. Listen, guys, I'm going to hop off here, and I've got some things going on. Look forward to hanging out with you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.